Hello friends, in today's video, I'm just spending a summer day cleaning, washing laundry, folding laundry, making muffins, and cooking some good old-fashioned chicken tacos for my gaggle of guys. I do throw in a deep cleaning of both my sweepers, and man did they need it. So if you're in need of some good old-fashioned cleaning and regular old homemaking, pop my video on your TV, tablet, or phone and clean along with me, or sit back and relax with your favorite drink and stockpile this cleaning motivation for future use. Don't forget to like my video, comment below, subscribe to my channel, and click that bell notification for more inspiring motivational videos. Let's be friends on Instagram too. You can find me at Home with Elizabeth. Good morning, friends. We are starting out in my bedroom. It is time to wash these sheets again. So I'm going to go ahead and strip my bed and put the pillows and my comforter and stuff back on and get these sheets downstairs to my laundry area and get them in the washer. I am still in desperate need of buying a second set of cotton sheets, but honestly, we are halfway through August and I'm going to be putting my flannel sheets on here pretty soon. I might as well just wait till next spring. Who knows? Maybe I'll find some on clearance or maybe on a Black Friday deal. I'll keep my eyes peeled for that. All right, we're just coming down to the basement to get this stuff in the washer. And friends, I have to tell you that it is such an amazing feeling to come down to this basement and have like real flooring and real ceilings, and the majority of the walls are real. It is such a light feeling. It just feels good. All right, these are my youngest kids' clothes, my youngest son's clothes that I'm getting out of the dryer. And I'm happy to report that here I am, I'm knocking on his door to go in his room. I'm happy to report that a few weeks ago I started making all the boys fold their own clothes. I am still washing them, I'm still drying them, but we have moved to they can start folding their own clothes. And it's been rough, friends, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not gonna give in. We're gonna get through this. They're gonna learn it, they're gonna learn how to do it good, and we're all gonna be okay. All right, I just gathered my husband's clothing that he had downstairs. He does his clothes usually on Saturday or Sunday, and a lot of times he hangs up his work shirts and some of his nicer like t-shirts that he wears. He hangs them up to dry, and a lot of times I will just bring them up, and sometimes I just lay them nicely on the bed for him. Today I decided to go ahead and fold them for him. I was feeling generous, friends. And really, it's not that. I've said it before, like, I love him and, like, I want to do something nice. And so I just hung up his shirts for him. All right, these are my clothes that we're just going to get folded and get put away. And I have to laugh, friends. I am doing my voiceovers and I listen to my music in my earbuds so that like I can talk over it. And sometimes I don't listen to all my songs I choose. And this one was very Western themed, isn't it, friends? Oh, it's funny. I kind of like it though. So friends, who is getting excited for fall? I've said it before and I'll say it again, fall is my favorite time of year. I love decorating for fall. I love fall weather. I love everything that happens in fall. Back to school, you know, my kids' sports start up again, and you know, I'm all about coziness, and like fall to me is just cozy sweatshirts, cozy blankets, cozy socks, cozy boots, and so I am super excited for fall. And I am not picking up too much new stuff. I have picked up a few things. I believe I'm going to show you in a couple videos. You know what? I wonder if I showed in this video. I picked up a couple new fall candles, and then my youngest son and I took the pups to be groomed the other day, and of course it takes 2.5 hours, and so we ran into Walmart, and they had all their fall stuff back in their lawn and garden area, and I did pick up, I believe, 2 or 3 things. I kept myself in check because I knew I didn't need a lot, but there were 3 things that I just could not pass up. One is for my kitchen, and then I don't know what I'm going to do with the other 2, but I'm getting excited, and I will probably release real quick. My son left me a little note. He had bought me something, and after work he came in and put it on my nightstand and left me a little note. And this was a while ago. That note was old, but I was finally doing something with it. All right, I just showed you my empty canister, and now I'm just vacuuming my floor. But as I was saying, I'm pretty sure, I'm not looking at my calendar right now, but I'm pretty sure that my fall Decorate With Me video will be one of the first Monday or Thursdays in September. I do decorate for fall September 1st, because to me, fall is back to school and like fall sports starting. So I do decorate for fall September 1st, and I leave all my fall stuff up through the month of September. And then October 1st, I decorate for Halloween, and a lot of my fall stuff I use for Halloween. I just basically add in some Halloween themed stuff, but I leave a lot of my pumpkins and just my colorful things up. And then I'll leave Halloween up through the whole month of October, and then November 1st I'll take those Halloween things down and leave fall up till usually the day after Thanksgiving when we decorate for Christmas. All right, what I just showed you there is my Dyson Dyed, and I just showed you the little bit that I vacuumed up in my bedroom, and so now I have my Shark, and we're going to use it for the rest of the day, and I just showed you how empty the canister was. But my long-winded speech about fall, it was to ask you guys, do you decorate for fall? And if you do decorate for fall, what kind of things do you like to decorate with? And when do you decorate? And how long do you leave it up for? I always am interested in how other people, you know, decorate their homes, and just, you know, their reasoning behind it and their thought process. It's just interesting to me because that stuff is interesting to me. Like, I am a homemaker. I have been a stay-at-home mom since my oldest son was just before his first birthday, and he will turn 20 in this November. So, you know, I've been a stay-at-home mom for almost 19 years, and you know, this has been my life for the last 19 years, and like, it still interests me, because all I ever wanted to be was a mother. You know, all I ever wanted to do was have babies, raise those babies, and, you know, just love them. All right, we are done in my bedroom, the hallway, and we've come out here to the living area, and I'm just back here in my office, and I'm pretty sure I just kind of straightened up my desk a little bit. It didn't seem to be too messy, but we are getting right to sweeping. And as you saw, I just picked up a few dog toys, and we're just getting right to it and getting all the fuzz and dust and a little bit of fur, grass, all that garbage just swept up. Oh, and once again, I've done it. We are almost 10 minutes into this video, and I have not even introduced myself. So, hi friends, my name's Elizabeth. I am a 50-year-old wife and stay-at-home mom to 7 adult/teenage children. I have 2 girls, aged 26 and 22. They both live outside the home. They have their own careers, their own jobs, their own living, residence where they live. My oldest daughter lives in town where we live. My youngest daughter lives in South Carolina. I have 3 boys, aged 19, 16, and 14. My baby will be 15 next month. You're going to see this on Thursday the 15th, I believe. The following day, we are taking my oldest son back to college. He is starting his sophomore year. My 16-year-old is starting his junior year of college, and my baby is starting his freshman year. And then I have 2 bonus boys. I have 15-year-old twins that I got custody of several years ago. They're my nephews, and they're going into their sophomore year. On my channel, you're going to find lots of cleaning motivation, lots of cleaning inspiration, lots of general homemaking. We have a very large family, and as you can imagine, I am busy. So I just like to share that with you friends, just so if anyone out there ever needs motivation and inspiration, if anyone ever needs to know that there's just someone out there like them, just a average middle-aged housewife who enjoys cleaning, who enjoys cooking. I do a little bit of decor inspiration, a little bit of decluttering and organization inspiration, but mostly it's just me living my life, and I try and make it as real as possible, as authentic as possible, so that you guys know that there are really just us normal women out there just trying to get by and live our life. So if you're interested in stuff like that, I would love to have you here on my channel. Hit that subscribe button so that you never miss another one of my videos, and join us in the comments. We have so much fun. I have some of the kindest, most generous, most authentic supporters probably on the internet, and they're just wonderful. So I finished vacuuming, and you saw how much garbage I swept up, and now we have moved into our kitchen. We are just decluttering. We're gonna get stuff wiped down.
Sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secrets
All right, we are getting this table wiped off, and I am just using hot water and a small squirt of Dawn Platinum. Now, I've mentioned this table before. It was my nephews that I have custody of. Their dad, which was my brother, he made it, I want to say, just before the twins were born. I need to look at the date underneath the table because he signed it. But it's between 16 and 17 years old, and it needs refinished so bad on the top. And with this new house, we have so much room, so I am planning on tackling that this fall. And basically all I'm going to do is try and find a nice stain, buy some polyurethane sealing, and I'm going to sand the top, and we're just going to stain it and seal it again, just to get it back up to its former glory. All right, and as you saw, I just gave my wall a quick wipe, my pantry a quick wipe, and my fridge a quick wipe. So we are having tacos tonight, and this is probably around noon when I'm doing this, maybe a little earlier. But I got some chicken breasts out of the freezer, and I'm just throwing it in my Instapot with a little bit of water, some salt, some pepper, and I'm just going to put the lid on, and we're gonna put it on the crock pot mode on low for about 6 hours, and then I do eventually come in and turn it on high for the last hour or two. And that's how I'm gonna cook my chicken for dinner tonight, so that I don't have to really worry about it. All right, we're gonna get this dishwasher loaded and started.
And even when you're next to me, I feel like you were gone. It's all the things you never show.
But friends, I have been known to do that. I do it a lot more in the winter, is I sometimes cook my meat in my Instapot, either on the Instapot setting or on the crock pot setting. Once I bought this, it's the Ninja brand, and it has everything in it, the crock pot, the saute. In fact, you'll see later I put the taco seasoning in after I take the meat out, and like I saute it to get it boiling. But a lot of times I do that. I cook my main meat in my Instapot or crock pot so I don't have to worry about it all day. And then 30 minutes before dinner, I will make our sides, whether they're just roasted vegetables, some rice, some noodles. It's so nice not to think about that. All right, so as I told you in my intro, we are deep cleaning these vacuums. My Dyson needed it so bad. I mean, I do change the filter quite often. I finally bought a second filter. Well, I actually didn't buy it. It came with, when I bought my battery, it was like a set. It had two filters, the battery, and something else. It was like some cleaning brushes. So I do change the filter about once a week and, wash them. But I can't even tell you the last time I cleaned my vacuum. It's probably been 6 months, and you will see how filthy dirty it is. You'll see here, there's a mark where like the suction where it comes up, right there, where it comes up like through the vacuum and it hits that canister, like that's just filth, like it's caked on dirt. And wait till you see the brush, the roller brush. Oh friends, it needed it so bad. So yeah, I threw this in for you guys, just a little deep cleaning of my Dyson vacuum. And I do use water with it. Like you can see, I have a very wet rag, and I'm using a toothbrush that I dip into the water. I just don't like immerse any of the parts. And like I said, I've had this Dyson since 2020, and this is how I always deep clean it, and I've never had a problem with it. Like, oh my God, look at that head. I should be embarrassed, but I'm not. Like, it's just real life. I will say the only thing I don't like about this Dyson, and I know newer ones have like how the hair doesn't get stuck on it. So the hair does get stuck on this, but thankfully our dogs don't shed that much, and I'm the only one with long hair, so I never have too much hair on it. So I'm okay with that. I don't need to upgrade yet. Did you see that dirty water pour? Holy smokes, friends. And as you can tell, I don't use a lot of soap either. There was a little bit of soap in my bowl there, and when I poured it out and put fresh water in, what I did is I put a little squirt on my toothbrush. So really, I'm just cleaning this with hot water and a tiny bit of soap, and it comes so clean. It's kind of annoying to clean, and it can be a pain in the neck, but honestly, this is sped up really fast. It maybe took me 15 minutes to do it, so not too terribly bad. And of course, I got a Q-tip, and I'm just getting around some of the hard to reach spots that I can't get, like around the brush roller and stuff in some of the crevices. And honestly, my shark is even quicker to clean. And I will tell you, friends, it's not perfect because we're not about that around here. We are about progress, not perfection. And it was good enough. Sure, there was dirt I missed and probably caked on stuff that I missed, but that's okay. It looked 1,000 times better after I was done than when I started, and that was good enough for me. And again, with the filter here, I just put a tiny bit of squirt of soap on my toothbrush and I just scrub it. That water was kind of dirty, but not as dirty, which is why I didn't slow it down. I just rinse it, and you'll see here I'm going to bend down and I keep it under my sink. I'm going to get the other one. I do give a good sweeping of everything before I clean these vacuums like this, because I do let them dry for about 2 days, all apart. I left them all apart for about 2 days before I put them back together. I get scared of like smelly, mildewy stuff. Look at this one. Oh, it's so filthy. But I'm gonna tell you what, friends, it comes so clean for it being 10 years old. So I went outside. I do beat the dust off of that one before I put it in the water. And so I was showing you how much dust got on my hand from when because I just went outside and was hitting it against my other hands. This is the filter water. It's filthy. But that foam filter does get hair stuck in it too. That's what I was just kind of doing there, was pulling it out, and then I used a paper towel to wipe it off my hands. But again, it could be so much worse. I'm the only one with long hair in my house. So it's really only my hair that sheds, and I don't shed a lot. I shed probably the normal 100 or so hair a day. And yes, that is my straw brush that I'm using in there. I do run it through the dishwasher later. Also, I think I lost footage because I can tell that I cleaned that sink. I did scrub my sink, the one closest here to us. I must have just, you know that I am famous for forgetting to hit record, like when my camera's on. I'll look up like when it closes and I'll be like, oh my God, it was on, but I forgot to hit record. But I did scrub that side of the sink. And so I'm just gonna wash a few dishes here that I'm setting off to the side. And then I'm gonna scrub the other sink. And look what I got, friends. Now I will tell you, I did not order this from Temu. I did not. I refused to. My middle son did. And I told him, buddy, they're kind of sketchy sometimes, but kids, they do not listen to me. So I told him, I'm like, listen, buddy, you gotta be vigilant about watching your bank account for the next, every so often, if you see weird charges, you gotta tell me. But like, he'd ordered himself some like LED lights and this really cool 3D printed hand type thing that holds one of his controllers. And he actually, like, I told him that I wanted one of those, but I refused to order it, and he actually ordered it for me. That's what he left on my nightstand with the note about "Love you, Mom." So yeah, he was a little sweetheart that bought it for me. But I will tell you, friends, though, if you still don't want to order from Temu, and I won't, they do carry those on Amazon. I don't know how it came up, and maybe, how your phone listens to you. If I remember when I'm putting my voiceover in this video, I'll grab a link to one, but it looks the same. All right, we are now just getting all of these counters wiped off. of course, this is just a quick summer day cleaning, so I did not deep clean my stove. I don't every time I clean my stove. Like, I don't pull out Wyman's glass top cleaner. A lot of times I just spray it to wipe up the grease and the crumbs. All right, we have moved to this floor. We're getting it mopped. And while we're here in the kitchen, I actually want to share an amazing tip that one of my subscribers shared with me. It didn't even cross my mind. So that's another reason why I love this channel, is like, I learned stuff from you guys. So she'd mentioned that instead of wiping my table before I mop my floor, because you guys know I put my benches and my chairs up on my table, she goes, you know, dirt and stuff collects on the bottom of your chairs and your benches, and then you're putting it up on your clean table. She suggested maybe wiping my table afterwards, and I thought about it, but my table is usually very crummy, so I kind of did a workaround. So if your table's not very crummy, like that could work for you, like mop your floor and then put your benches and chairs down and wash your table. But what I did, and I do not do it in this video, but I do it in an upcoming video, I actually just, after I washed my table, and I usually wait to let it dry a little bit and then I put the chairs up, I didn't dump my water. So what I did is I just wiped the bottom of my benches and my chairs before I put them up there. So I'm putting clean legs on my table. So thank you so much for that tip, and I hope that helps someone else. And of course, time to wipe this garbage can down again. It gets so much fingerprints, it gets dog nose prints on it, and that top of that lid, no matter how often we take the trash out, like, it always seems like every time I open this trash, like, it's the top and it's touched the top of that lid. Drives me nuts. And of course, we're down on the floor, so we might as well wipe around the vents, get it clean. This is just for mopping the floor, and I want to start doing this, emptying this stuff here in my slop sink. All right, while I was down there, I got my sheets and stuff out of the dryer, so we're gonna get this bed made. And then we will have nice, deliciously crisp, clean sheets to sleep in tonight. Is there any better feeling, friends? Really? Is there any better feeling than sleeping on fresh sheets? Climbing in your bed on fresh sheets, it's like the best. So this is a little later in the afternoon because you're going to see when I just made my bed, I had on play clothes and like I had my hair braided to the side. Well, I showered and left the house because I had errands to do. So you see me in one of my sparkly shirts and my hair nice and down. So we are making apple cinnamon muffins. And surprisingly enough, they're a lot like my apple cake that I make. And I forgot to show the recipe, but I will link it down below. They were amazing. They were very cake-like, but they were so good. Like the cinnamon in them was just chef's kiss. So yeah, we're just gonna make this. I got 24 cupcakes and like a loaf because I don't know. I doubled the recipe, and it was only supposed to make 12 muffins. So I don't know what happened. Like I followed the recipe, so we'll see. Who knows? They were delicious. So it's just showing you. I love my little pastry cutter. I'm making like the crumble that goes on top, which is just cold butter and white sugar and a little bit of cinnamon and some flour. And I just always use my pastry cutter to use it. But yeah, like I said, I will leave the link to this recipe in the description box below if you want to try it. Friends, this is typically how when I bake, I always do the dry ingredients first and then I get my wet ingredients mixed up. And I want to say this recipe called for vegetable oil, and I don't use vegetable oil, and I wasn't sure if I could use avocado oil. So I actually have this organic coconut oil that I use for my dogs. Like I put like a teaspoon on their food every day. It helps, so they don't itch. It helps keep their skin soft, their coat soft. So I just use that and it worked amazing. So friends, don't be afraid to substitute if you don't have everything. All right, I have these silicone liners that I use, and I'm only going to show you filling this one pan, but you'll notice when I go to take it out of the oven that there is a second pan in there. So I got my muffin scoop, and I was trying to use it first, but the batter was seriously thick. That's why it reminded me so much of my apple cake. So I just went and got a spoon to use instead, and it seemed to work better. And I have to tell you, friends, if you've never put like a crumble on the top of your muffins, it makes the muffin. Like, it makes your muffin. It's so delicious. So I'm just cleaning up my mess. And then, like I said, I didn't show you me filling the second tray, but here I am filling the, this is just a loaf pan. And like I said, I filled it about halfway full and then put the rest of my crumble on top. And I kind of, I baked it about, I baked my muffins for about 20 minutes. I baked this for about 35 minutes. And it seemed to turn out really well. All right, so these are my cooling racks. I'm just gonna get them out, and then we're gonna get my muffins out of the oven, and I will show you a close-up of them, friends. They look amazing, and they were amazing. So you can see I'm pulling a tray out and see that second tray in there. It still has a little bit more to go. Look at those muffins. Oh my God, they were so good, friends. So good. Like the chunks of apple made it. All right, let's get dinner ready. So like I said, we're having chicken tacos tonight, and I always put black beans in my meat, whether I have chicken or pork or ground beef, and then we always have a side of refried beans because my youngest and I, everyone likes them, but my youngest and I love them. And a lot of times too, like if we're having a like soft tacos, I'll just eat like a bean burrito. So you can see my youngest talking to me in my thing there. I didn't notice that when I was editing it. All right, so I'm just pulling out all these chicken thighs, and they were so, you can see what I'm chopping, and they just fall apart. I'm not even really chopping, I'm just kind of smushing them, and they're falling apart. So we just get them all chopped up so it's kind of like almost shredded, and then we're getting water and my taco seasoning in here. Like I said, I put it on saute to get it boiling, so it can thicken up a little bit, and then I put the chicken back in it and the beans in it, and we just get it mixed up and ready to go. And as you saw, I do hard tacos, and I normally buy just regular tortillas, but Aldi's had the Taco Bell kits on a special, so I picked up one of those. And it's a good thing I did, because we normally don't buy taco sauce, but the kids loved it because there was a pack of taco sauce in there. So we're having beef tacos this week, and so I made sure I bought taco sauce for them. I'm just mixing this up, kind of letting it simmer a little bit to meld the flavors, and then I'm going to get everything else ready. The refried beans, I'm going to get my shells out and get them in the oven, and my soft shells in the microwave, and then I'm going to show you the boys getting their food ready and us eating for a little bit. And I'm going to close this video out. We have about 3 minutes left, so you can just watch me and listen. But I did want to tell you that when I put my my beans in the microwave and my soft tortillas, I wet a paper towel and I drape it over it, or I wrap them. It helps first of all, it moistens them up, and it's like a moist heat that helps them get soft and stuff. All right, friends, I want to thank you for being here today, for joining me and watching while I clean. Could you give my video? I'm distracted here, friends. If you could give my video a like, give it a thumbs up. If you feel so inclined, give me a comment down below. Let me know what you had for dinner. I asked you guys about fall. Let me know what your fall plans are. And if you haven't subscribed, why the heck not? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then that bell notification so that you never miss another one of my videos. I release every Monday and Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And friends, I would love for you to join me. Have a great day, friends. Bye.